Let us now meet the starters for Vietnam. Middle blocker number 6, Nguyen Thanh Hai. Outside hitter number 8, Lê Quang Cang. Setter number 10, Dinh Van Thu. Outside hitter number 11, Chun Duc Heng. Opposite hitter, the team captain, number 14, Tu Thanh Tuan. Middle blocker, number 18, Vu Ngoc Quang. And their libero, number 1, Huỳnh Trăng Truc. Head coach for Vietnam is Tai Quang Lai.
And there you have it, the first 6 from our 2 squads. Vietnam fielding in their usual first 6, based from their last match against Singapore. So the backstory of this, Noreen, of course, was Singapore was ranked lowest in their bracket, or 3rd in their bracket. So they had to face lowest seeded on the other side first before going up against for this 5th or battle for 5th that we're watching or witnessing today.
Yeah, which is Vietnam. And Vietnam beat Singapore in straight sets to get here to the battle for 5th.
And now as we enter the battle for 5th, it's a rematch of the last match of Vietnam and Cambodia, which happened just a few days ago. This happened 4 days ago, to be exact, on December 6, 2019, wherein it ended in 5 sets. So, knowing that I have you as my partner, then we are ready to
We are in
for a long one. Well, I'm sure all the games today, a lot of these teams are very much excited, very much going to fight their heart out as they want to go to a higher seed before and finish the competition on a high note.
Yeah, and it's the last game day for men's volleyball, so you know that all teams will be ready to play their hearts out and end in style. And we have to mention, before the game starts, for Cambodia, actually they have a very young volleyball team. If you try to Google it on the net, you won't even see them, I think, on Wikipedia. So it's already, I think, a revelation for their volleyball program that they're vying for 5th in a group of 7 teams in the men's volleyball. So, at least they have something to look forward to moving forward.
And speaking of how young this squad is also expected to improve in the next few years. But right now, Vietnam is getting the early point, and Cambodia just getting the favor back in the first 2 rallies. As we see Cambodia's number 15, Kun Nom.
Well, looking at their previous match, you can see the strength of Vietnam, which we're expecting in today's game, is their blocking. They outblocked Cambodia by almost double, actually, 22-11 in that match. So you know that in today's game, they want to use that as an advantage.
Well, looking at the Vietnamese players, they seem to have that length for perfect for the blocking that you were talking about. As Vietnam continues to score here, it's 2-1, and serve now comes from Duc Han Tan, picked up by the libero of Cambodia. An opposite hit from Cambodia doesn't work. It does, and that's a point for the Cambodians.
Yeah, that's their star, actually, Sarun Bin. He scored 29 points in that match against Vietnam, so we're expecting him to carry the cudgels for Team Cambodia.
Cambodia goes for a tip.
Oh, good save.
Cambodia answers with a back row. On the other side, Vietnam going for that combination. Great save there, coming from their captain. Hit straight to their captain. Cambodia sets up an open hit, coming from Viasna.
But you can see early on, no, there are a lot of miscues in their side before that hitting error, a lot of collisions. So they have to check that.
Would you say it's part of the jitters of being in this level? Or is it just part of starting or finding your groove out in the game?
I think it's just finding their groove out in the game. But they're showing their strength in digging, talking about Cambodia, even if they're down 2-4, you can see that their defense is solid. So it's a matter right now of converting good defense into offense.
We saw that tip coming from Sokhean. Serve now from Vietnamese. Picked up there. You go to set up for a quick. That is denied.
Yeah, wasted opportunity there. Again, no good first pass there. So you can see early on in the set, Cambodia, although again, no, they're down in the set, you can see good first pass. So their offense really has to get going.
And sometimes it's really about the maturity also of the squad. Looking at Vietnam, they seem to be very mature, more wise per se.
Timeout,
As we just saw
Cambodia.
that Regalo hit from Vietnam. Cambodia is finding their way.
Well, they've been serving well here early on in the first set.
And you've mentioned it's the serves, the blocks that have been working on the side of Vietnam. Serve there coming from Vietnam's side. On the other side, a hit coming from number 7 of Cambodia, Pin Sarun, who's their most deadly weapon, especially in the right wing.
Yeah, you know he will get his numbers. I mean, the last match, he scored 29 points, so you know he's really the first option of this Cambodian squad.
On the other side, the Vietnamese have an answer, courtesy of their team captain, T3.
Yeah, opposite hitter there, at least in the opposite side.
So they're really maximizing both their right wings so far for these two squads. T3 on the serve.
Good serve.
Set up, they go to the open side. Denied there by the blockers of Vietnam. They go up again to the open side. That one gets through for Viasna.
Viasna actually started the previous match, played the first 2 sets, but did not play the next 3 sets.
Born Viasna on the serves line. Waiting for that jump serve. Picked up by Vietnam. A collision on the net. See that again.
Yeah,
It is joust.
over receive, and you can see a David and Goliath battle there.
Great read there coming from Kwon Mon.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, he's the second best scorer for this Cambodian team, scoring 25 points in that previous match.
Vietnam gets a point off the hands of Cambodia with a back row hit. They are
At the
up
first
by
technical
3
timeout,
points,
the
and
score
we'll be
is
back
8-5
after the
in
short
favor
break at
of
the 30th
Vietnam.
Southeast, a 30th Southeast Asian Games coverage of
And
men's
the first
volleyball. This is the
technical
battle
timeout.
fifth or battle for fifth between Vietnam and Cambodia. It's 8-5 now as Vietnam is ahead by 3 points.
You can see the matchup early on here in this first set. 3-point lead, yes, but is anyone actually dictating the pace of the game? I don't think so.
No one yet.
No one yet.
As Cambodia tries to get one to the other side with Pim Sarun.
Yeah, hitting error there. But I think that was a wise set to go to him. Again, he's your first option for Cambodia.
Vietnam now. Serve is with Quang Can Le. They go up to the open side. Going down the line was Viasna Vorn. Vorn Viasna. But that sail's a bit too strong for Cambodia. Vietnam just cruising away with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, back-to-back hitting errors there for Cambodia. You have to check that. You don't want to be giving free points to Vietnam.
Cambodia gets one. Gets a freebie.
they give it right back.
Cambodia now with An Sok Heng serving.
Good serve.
Set up. They go to a running attack and
Wow.
it works. That was Tan Duk Han. Let's see this again. Duk Han going for that sharp angle down the line.
Yeah, great set. Credit to the setter as well, because that was a very well thought of set. One blocker there and they get the point.
Set up for a back row play, and it works for Cambodia's Pinsarun.
Yeah, making up for that previous back row hitting error.
Pinsarun trying to get back his digits here on the board as their captain, Son Chanaro, who served. But on the other side, Vietnam easily answers back with T3.
Yeah, from the back row, you can see the options of Vietnam. A lot of options for the setter, Van Tu Dinh.
Hit from the middle, that's a regalo for Vietnam.
Well, after a pretty solid defensive start for Cambodia right now, we can feel that they're kind of shaky, giving away a couple of free balls, and Vietnam, you're right, cruising a bit here in the middle part of the first set.
Vietnam starting to pull away here,
Yeah,
but Cambodia is trying to make an answer. We're seeing Cambodia's coach, Lee Jun, very disappointed on the last play.
Yeah.
As Vietnam continues to serve. They go up to the open side, going down the line, finding that corner spot.
yeah, that's Sarun again for Cambodia. But one thing they really have to check here in the first set are their errors. Too many errors, giving away too many free points for Vietnam. So you can see the 6-point lead.
These freebies are going to be costly. Cambodia, great serve, but a great setup for that middle hit coming from the setter, Dinh Van Tu, connecting with their middle, as we see that again on the replay, Tan Nguyen.
So you can see he's actually distributing the ball, talking about Vietnam and setter Van Tu Dinh. Good serve.
On the other side, they choose a back row play, popped up by Vietnam. Vietnam on an answer. Going for that swipe was Vorn Vyasna. But then Vietnam seems to be challenging this one for a net
There's a
fault.
challenge on the call by Vietnam. Net fault.
Well, it actually looked like he swiped it off the blocker's hand.
That's also what I saw in our angle. Like, it was a lie as we see this.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So there's a... Well, they called for net
The
violation.
challenge was successful.
And it becomes successful on that last play as
At the second
Vietnam
technical
enters
timeout, the score
the
is
second
16-3.
technical timeout. Don't go away,
Still
we'll
in
be back
favor of
here at the
Vietnam.
30th. Vietnam going up against Cambodia. Vietnam ahead by 8 big points over
the second
Cambodia
technical
to
timeout.
finish 5th in the 30th Southeast Asian Games. Sinjin Reyes with Noreen Go as we start this match. Continue this match.
Yeah, Vietnam with a comfortable 8-point advantage here against Cambodia.
Vietnam serves with number 11. Duk Han. They go up to a swipe, a tip. They go to the opposite side with T3, and T3 gets the point for Vietnam.
Yeah, the blocker was actually there. It slowed down that ball, but you see the defense really a second late. It wasn't a split second late. It was already a second late because he was slow to react.
Very
These-
late reaction.
Yeah, and these are the things actually plaguing Cambodia in this first set.
However, if they get a perfect first ball, they could set up plays like that. Like just what they did with the connection of Ratanak with their setter, Chanaro. Take a knife for that Be Quick as game continues. They go to a quick on the side of Vietnam, and it's an easy conversion for Hai.
Now he's been playing well, given the opportunity, given that set by Din. Nguyen has been converting.
Vietnam goes for their serve. Picked up by Cambodia. They go to the open side, and Viasna gets a point for Cambodia.
And you can see what Cambodia can do, no, in terms of offense. It's a matter of being consistent here in the first set. You're down by, pretty much a big margin. You have to, focus on stringing up a couple of points, try to get back into this match.
Vietnam is going to be a difficult opponent to challenge, because if you see that connection with Vinh Ngoc Huang, their setter, Van Tu Din, that's going to be a hard match to challenge here.
Well, he's been playing very well. Speaking of Van Tu Din, he's been setting well, distributing the ball well, everybody getting an opportunity to score. So right now, Cambodia having a hard time in terms of blocking and reading Vietnam's offense.
It doesn't help that they give up freebies here.
Boy, these errors really killing Cambodia in this first set.
Serve now is coming from Vietnam's number 8, Quang Can Lei. Set up, they go to back row play. Still popped up by Vietnam, but nobody home for the second ball.
Yeah, that was Sarun again. But a good effort there by their libero, Hun.
So far though, for the side of Vietnam, it's been the wings who's been very busy for today. As Vietnam goes for a substitution, number 16 is fielded in Duc Quang Cao. Duc Quang Cao. But what a play there coming from their setter. The ball doesn't cross, and Van Tu Din gets a point.
Even he wants to get into the scoring act.
It's going to be quite different in terms of history, as Vietnam is usually gunning for a podium finish. So far, casts have been changed.
Yeah.
There's a recasting the finals and bronze medal match. It's about winning this game to end this conference or this season at a high note.
Well, the fact that the Philippines dethroned 4-time gold medal champions in Thailand, that's already a change up in the standings already. So, it's going to be interesting really who is going to go, or who's going to get the gold in the 2019 SEA Games.
Well, it's just about to, we just need to wait and see. That's happening in a few hours. After this game, we have the battle for bronze between Myanmar going up against Thailand, the Titans of Thailand. So we see this play going for that quick
Timeout,
textbook
Cambodia.
quick for Cambodia inside the court.
Yeah, I'm sure the SEA Games is only only the start for their volleyball program. Again, a very young squad, and for them to finish at least 6th or 5th, I think that's already a huge
Big deal,
step.
yeah.
A big deal, a huge step in their program moving forward, because they're a young team. When I try to search them and their history in the
Cambodia on cue scores with Kwon Mom.
Yeah, after this good save there by Vietnam, good effort there. So we can see there are people who can contribute aside from Sarun, Mom, and Viasna. So they just have to get their groove.
Great pancake coming from Team Cambodia. Vietnam, the block has been breached and Cambodia reaches the 15-point mark. It's just 9 points for Vietnam right now.
Yeah, that's just a smart placement shot by Ratanak there.
Of the
Set
day
number one,
as Vietnam
25 to
gets
15.
set number 1, 25